Who am I? I'm Spartan. Who am I? I'm Spartan. Spartan, what is your profession? Let's go! Perfect.
So here's where the weather really starts to turn bad. Before the skies were clear, but now the skies kind of turned darker, and the volunteers were closing down a couple of the obstacles. Here you can see 3 of them that they didn't let us even attempt to go on. They just pushed us all off to the side. It right about here started to lightly rain, but it still wasn't anything serious. But as we walked up farther, we took a little right turn, and there was a group of probably about 200 to 300 people right here. As you can see, they all just had us stop standing around probably for about 30 to 40 minutes. No one had a clue what was going on, but finally there was a volunteer who had a radio who was kind of talking to, I guess, who was the people in charge, and they have a pretty interesting message. I'll let you guys listen to it. So yep, that was the end of our race. Right then we were just cut off, no more. They were just sending everybody home. Anyone who had flown out, driven, it doesn't matter. They just sent us all home. And we had to walk past all the obstacles. We only finished 11 obstacles before we were kicked off the race. We had gone about 6 miles, and here's a couple of the obstacles we missed. And the way they sent us, they made us go back to the start line, so we didn't even get to see the finish line. We walked right back to the start line. As we were walking back to the line for the buses they were using for the shuttle, the weather really took a turn for the worse, and here you can see just how dark the skies were getting. It was starting to thunder a lot, and we were starting to see a lot of lightning. And I don't have a video of it, but we were standing in a group of probably easily more than 500 people, all waiting to get onto buses that were shuttling back and forth, about a 15-minute drive each. We were standing in this large group of people probably for more than half an hour, and that's really when the storm hit us. We weren't even in any shelter, and all this lightning and rain was coming down so hard that it almost felt like hail when it was hitting your skin. We were all just huddled trying to keep warm because we're all in racing gear, shorts and tank tops, and it was just freezing cold. I don't have any more videos from the storm because it was raining so hard I couldn't even take my camera out, but here is a few videos from earlier in the day while you hear the rest of what happened. After we were in line, we were standing in the storm for about half an hour. We basically stood outside while the storm passed over us, and while we were still waiting in line for the buses, the storm had already finished. But meanwhile, already the volunteers had gone around to everybody and cut all of our timing chips off, so there was no hope in going back to the race at all. They just shipped everyone off. Now, most of us were super mad about this because no one was giving us answers. No one was telling us if we were going to get our medals or t-shirts or if we were going to get another race out of this. And they kicked us all off the venue without giving us anything at all, which is why most of us were mad. But thankfully, Spartan was really nice about this whole ordeal, and they emailed us all and posted the same day of and basically said we could transfer to another race or come tomorrow for the sprint. We are thankful that they were able to get us another race back.